So, after doing my whole video talking about, like, the Spawn movie news, and I don't want people to get it twisted that I hate the idea of a Spawn film. I think the 90s movie with, the 90s film with, oh god, what's his name? He played Black Dynamite, and Bronze Tiger and Arrow. Oh god, I can't remember, like, I'm just blanking on the name, but the Spawn 90s film is a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't think it's that, I mean, it is kind of a bad movie, but, like, fun bad. And it also perfectly encapsulates what I love about Spawn comics, is that they're fun. Like, they're not, like, they try to be deep and edgy, but, like, really, they're just, like, junk food comics, and I have a lot of fun, reading Spawn comics. So, there is that. The other, like, I think, and I don't want people to get it twisted that I'm not excited for a Spawn movie. I am. What I'm mad about is that, the Spawn movie news has been talked about for, like, we're going on 20 years. And on one hand, I gotta give McFarlane credit for not just throwing up his hands and saying no. But on the other hand, I'm like, guys, it's been 20 years. Come on, either do it or don't. And the other thing is, after I did that video, 5 minutes later, because all I really talked about was, it was all posted by Blumhouse officially. Then 5 minutes later, I'm looking on social media. There's Todd McFarlane with the script and going King Spawn. And while I do have some trepidation that this script could easily be altered or something like that, I still hold on to the fact that, like, this could still be, like, I still hold on that this film, either do it or don't. It's do or die at this point. Yeah. Now, having said that, I kind of wanted to talk about, like, what I'd like to see in a Spawn film. Like, what would I personally love to see in a Spawn movie? So, let's talk about that. Let's just say, for sake of argument, Todd McFarlane and everyone else got their shit together. Like, what would I like to see in a Spawn film? Like, let's talk about director. Personally, I kind of want Ty West to do a Spawn film. Why Ty West? Well, most of you guys would know him best for the X trilogy. And the other thing is that he's done a lot of, like, very profitable, very well-known horror films. But the one that really got my attention, and to why I kind of lean towards him, because he's a very, like, I like where the direction of his films and how authentic they feel to the times. So, the one film, though, that made me go, I kind of want to see what he would do with Spawn is House of the Devil. House of the Devil is this dark and atmospheric film that really has this overarching sense of tension and fear. And I feel like Ty West would know what to do with because if McFarlane really wants this to be a superhero horror film, I kind of want it, like, it would be kind of cool to really play with that. So Ty West would kind of be my pick. I know that's kind of an oddball pick, but but that's my go-to for a Spawn movie is Ty West as, Ty West for director. Now, for theming of the film, we're not going to talk about casting, because we're going to say, for this scenario, Jamie Foxx is still Al Simmons. And that's the thing, is that rather than McFarlane's idea of only having Spawn for, like, 7 minutes of the film, we're going to have Spawn as our main character. But the thing is that we're not going to do an origin story. Like, how I kind of imagine a Spawn film is not an origin story, but kind of like what they did with the Batman and some of the Spider-Man films, where it's like, he's already been Spawn for, like, I don't know, a year, or like 2 years. Like, Al Simmons has been Spawn for about a good, let's say, year, and he's still like a myth. Like, he's still like he lives in that alley. This is still like a Spawn that's living in the homeless alley. He's like kind of treated as like a urban myth, but you do see Spawn. Like, this isn't like, he's treated as an urban myth, but you know he's there. Like, our focus is Al Simmons, who's just kind of just stewing in his own crapulence, just kind of sitting in his throne of garbage. whole thing there is that, yeah, he's Spawn, he's, he's stewing in his own anger, and I would probably have this be kind of a simple story. Like, the Spawn stories that on a whole are pretty simple. You need to get Al out of the alley. So what I'd have is maybe not even I would have Violator maybe in the background kind of mocking Spawn, but you don't see, like, maybe save him for a sequel. But the main I would probably have, like, maybe we go a little harder with the Spawn Rogues Gallery and have, like, maybe Overkill as our big villain, have Cygor or something, like a different villain, and kind of build up to have Violator in the background, or even like coming in just being a bag of shit and then leaving. Even have that famous scene from the comics where he's just mocking Al. Al tries to fight him, and then he just turns into Violator, beats the shit out of him, and he's like, "Get with the fucking program," and leave. And then you save him for the next film and focus more on, that. Although, now that I think about it, I probably wouldn't have that scene, now that I think about it. That would probably be like, well, why don't we just have Violator on, as the main villain then? So it would probably be like I have Violator mocking Al, and just kind of being like this, almost like this, it's gonna sound weird, but almost like the Cheshire Cat, where he just comes in, says some shit, tells Spawn fuck you, and like vanishes into the shadows, and Al's just like, I fucking hate that clown. But I would have, like, maybe even tie, because it is tied in the comics originally, like, have, again, Overkill, like, there's people being kidnapped in the homeless alley. They're being kidnapped and altered cybernetically, and we get Overkill out of it. And maybe even get, we could even have in this universe Cygor as one of the other projects Jason Wynn made. And then we we either kill or drive them off, because you gotta sell those toys, and, maybe build a Spawn universe out of this. And go from there, So it's just kind of a simple idea. It's not. I don't think it's that difficult to make a Spawn movie, and you could still do a Spawn film. You can mention Malebolgia. You can have cameos from Violator, but you don't the thing is and this is what makes the Spawn universe pretty cool, is that it's pretty expansive. As long as you know how to use that expanse. Does that make any sense? Probably not. But yeah, I also don't want to get it twisted that I hate the idea of a new Spawn movie. I'm really, it could be good. I've had this long track record, and I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong. I've had this long track record now of saying a movie's going to be bad, and then I realize it's really good. So I've learned to shut my mouth on that. Because, again, I thought the first Owen was going to suck. Turns out it's still my favorite movie of the year as of this recording. And same thing with Saw X. I thought Saw X was going to suck. One of my favorite movies of last year. So I've just kind of learned to be trust the process in a way. And if it sucks, whatever. The thing I just hate the do or don't. That's what bothers me. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what would you guys want for a Spawn film? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoy this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.